into you with a video this morning about how it's okay to say no, but there's consequences. The reason why I'm bringing this topic to y'all, I was at an event yesterday and was talking to a woman that was a little bit older than me about, of course, saying no and trying to take care of yourself, your own self care, reminding yourself that you're number one, and those types of things. And it wasn't even that kind of event. It was just an event where we were having, of course, having fun. I'm part of the organization of Eastern Stars was one of our events yesterday. So like I said, we were just having fun. But like I said, I ran into this lady. Of course, we sparked up a conversation, was talking for probably a few hours, probably. It seemed like a few hours. But like I said, we got on the topic because I was letting her know that I was in therapy. And that I was, of course, again, learning how to say no to some things that was part of my treatment plan or the plan I have in therapy and that kind of thing as well. Besides, of course, the ADHD and all those types of things. But she said she was more intrigued about the part about saying no because she was having a problem saying no to different things and taking on everything and then getting overwhelmed and getting sick of this and getting sick of that and getting tired of doing this. And like I said, I was a yes girl too. I know y'all probably have seen some of the videos on here that I've talked about different things like this. If not, go check them out right now. I'll put it that way. But like I said, I was a yes girl too. Always saying yes to everything, and even getting up in the middle of the night, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, taking my in-laws to Walmart and to the store and different things like that. I have done that as well, but that was back in the day. But I have definitely done that too. And like I said, not just that, but taking on just all kind of things, family events and family issues and trying to help somebody out, giving somebody a ride, doing this, doing that. While I'm still working, at times I was in school full time too, and still doing those things too. I put it that way, leaving myself last. And that's the thing that I wanted her to hear yesterday, and I think she did hear it. But like I said, I was leaving myself last with everything that I was doing, letting everybody and their issues and their drama and their traumas and their need for this or need for that take precedence over me. And like I told her, I had to learn how to start saying no. Of course, this was back in my 20s when I finally started learning how to say no. I'll put it that way. And well, I guess early 20s, no, I would say mid 20s, just in my 20s, mid 20s. But like I said, I had to start learning how to say no. And yes, of course, people did not like it. That's part of the consequences. People are not going to like every time that you say no. People are not going to like that you are doing stuff for yourself now instead of them. And some people are going to leave your world, meaning that the friendships, the family ties that y'all may have had may be ending. Unfortunately, like I said, that's definitely part of what I went through. I guess I put it that way as well. The attitudes, the you think you better than everybody else, and all this type of thing. I didn't think I was better than anybody, but like I said, I had to learn how to say no to those people that, of course, I loved. I didn't want to lose their friendship or their relationship or that kind of thing. But like I said, I definitely still said no anyway, because like I said, I left myself in the background. I'm not getting my own self care. Not I got some sleep, but I wasn't getting the appropriate kind of sleep. I guess I put it that way. Getting up 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, taking somebody somewhere, something has happened. I'm going to pick this person up. All this kind of stuff going on. And like I said, I was leaving myself in the way when while I was still working as a social worker, still feeding into everybody else as well. Because that's why still a social worker to this day. And of course, that takes a lot of time, energy, telling everybody, well, fixing everybody else's problems besides yours. I put it that way. And like I said, over time, it definitely gets draining. And that's one thing, like I said, I learned that all those yeses that I was giving to people, it was very, very draining over time. But that was my fault. I had to face it. That was my fault. I was the one who started that, and I was the one that had to end that. Like I told her, the same exact thing. I was the one that started that, but I had to be the one to end that as well, regardless as to how it may look. And like I told her, yes, I lost relationships over that, saying no and trying to get back to myself and do what I need to do for myself. Yes, I did. People had attitudes. People didn't want to talk to me for a moment. And some didn't talk to me no more. I put it that way too. But like I told her, those are consequences that you're going to have to take if you want to start saying no to people. After so many years of saying yes and trying to help everybody and do everything for everybody, you're that go-to person for money, for car rides, for whatever it was. For babysitting the kids. I was notorious for that too. Whatever it was. But like I told her, there's always consequences. And I'm telling y'all the same thing as I know I lived through it too. Because I know after a certain point, us women, we always want to be the go-to person for everybody, trying to help everybody, the family, the kids, the mother-in-laws, the whoever it is, the mom, parents, spouses, whoever it is. We always take on the brunt of everything like that, unfortunately. I'm sure that's in our makeup. I'm going to assume that's what it is. But like I said, we have to get to a point where we understand that we cannot take on everything for everybody, including our kids and our partners. While they may be in our life, they may be in our household, at some point, you're going to have to say no to them too. And I'm learning that as well. I have a partner at home and his daughter too. And I've told her no and I've told him no as well. Because certain things, like I said, over time, it drains you doing all this stuff for everybody. You're like, when am I going to get a yes? When is somebody going to help me out and do something? Because you're always helping everybody else, but you're the one who's getting left behind. I experienced that a lot of years, actually. I'm the one that's wondering who's going to come to my rescue. Never got that because I was helping everybody else. I was a superwoman. And like I said, I had to remember that I cannot continue to be the strong one and the superwoman all the time. So that no, yes, no came out of my mouth a lot. Like I said, folks didn't like it. I did not care. I had to reach a point where I did not care what anybody was going to say or how they were going to react to me saying no. No matter what the consequences was. Like I said, lost the relationships and all. I had no choice because I had to get back to me and get back to who Tonetta was. And like I said, that was part of that conversation I had with her on yesterday. And like I said, I definitely want to bring that to y'all this morning because I know that it's the holiday season. People are going to be going to families' houses and all this kind of stuff going on. And some of y'all may not even want to go. But you feel obligated to go because it's your family or your friends or you promised somebody to go or you're going to bring this food or whatever it was. Just know that we don't always have to go to people's dinners either. There was something I had to learn too. Making everything, doing all this, trying to get to everybody's house, do all this stuff. Ran myself ragged trying to get to 4 or 5 houses on Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I had to start saying no. I'm only going to one person's house. That's it. If y'all want to come see me there. That's how that ended and went. I guess I put it that way. Like I said, it was just too much. Like I said, I know I have tended to take on too much a lot. Like I said, that's part of the overwhelm and my burnout and all that kind of stuff. The reason why I joined therapy and started going back to therapy last month. So I know that was part of what was driving me crazy and driving me insane because I'm forgetting myself. I'm taking care of everybody else besides myself. While I'm sitting up here complaining and feeling disrespected, feeling regretful, all this kind of stuff going on. Feeling like I don't matter. I'm the one who put myself in that position too. It wasn't just them. They're going to do what they're going to do because that's my behavior behind whatever they're asking or whatever they're talking about. But I had to realize and learn that I'm a person too, and I need my own time, my own energy, my own time to of course relax and to regain who I am. I guess I put it that way, and to have my own self-care, no matter how that may look. Even if it's going for overnight at a hotel somewhere, that's my own self-care, and that's how that's going to look. And I have done that as well. I'm taking a cruise next month on my own. That's my own self-care too. I promised myself I was going to take a cruise at least one time by myself. And like I said, I'm doing that next month. I told my partner about it. I ain't waiting on nobody to go. He wasn't interested in going. I don't care. I'm taking the trip by myself. And I'm going to enjoy myself and do what I want to do on this particular trip. And like I said, I had to get to a point where that is my response and that is my behavior. I guess I put it that way. Especially when it comes to neglecting myself. If I've gotten myself care, I did all those things and I got the time to help somebody out, I'm not saying that I won't. Yes, I will. But I'm not going to keep neglecting myself in order to help everybody else while I'm over here draining and drowning and burnout and everything else while they're up here living and thriving and I'm the one that's taking the brunt of everything. I had to learn how to say no. Like I said, this was a conversation I had with that young woman yesterday. But like I told her, there's consequences. People are going to have attitudes. People are going to be upset with you that you're saying no and not catering to them anymore. And I lost relationships over that too, and that I'm okay with that. Some folks may not be okay with that, but I am definitely okay with that. The way I look at it, if you didn't value my relationship more than just taking you to the store and doing things for you, you weren't a good friend to begin with, or you weren't family to begin with either. I guess I put it because I call everybody my brothers, sisters, mama, whoever. But like I said, you weren't there for me to begin with. If you can't take me saying no to you because I need my own self care, and I had explained that to you already, and I'm being selfish, but okay, that's how it's gonna be. Then walk on my life. That is fine. That's how I learn how to let go of a lot. It may not be the best way, but that is okay. Like I said, that's what I have done for myself over the years, and I had to learn how to be okay with that and be unapologetic about that as well, and not feed into any gossip or anything else that was being said about me saying no. I could have cared less. Yes, it hurt. I'm not saying that I did not cry. Yes, I was hurt. Yes, I was all those things. But I still had to make sure my boundaries were tight and that I was taking care of myself first instead of everybody else like I had been doing for years and years and years. And like I said, I hope this video helped somebody this morning from the conversation that I had with this lady on yesterday. I hope this helped this morning. And I know a lot of y'all said Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you all as well. Thank you so much. I hope you were, and if you celebrate Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa to you as well. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate, happy holidays to you as well. So thank you so much. Elizabeth, thank you for being here. Is it Glory V? Thank you for being here as well. I may have missed some names. Let me see. Is it Rhiannon, I guess. Thank you for being here. Oh goodness, y'all, I'm gonna mess up y'all names. I'm so sorry. But is it Ayit Sabs, I guess? Thank you for being here as well. I love golden doodles. Oh, those dogs are so beautiful. Thank you for being here as well. Is it Luca? Thank you for being here, Kristen, Gravity. Thank you all for being here this morning. I'm going to have to go ahead and get myself to work. So like I said, definitely thank you all for being here and happy holidays to all of you. And like I said, I'm definitely trying to celebrate the holidays and do all those types of things. Enjoy, y'all. And like I said, if y'all don't want to go to those holiday parties, you didn't promise to go to 15 of them, only go to one. Don't run yourself ragged. I know they're going to be mad. That's okay. You got to start somewhere. I'll put it that way. So peace out, y'all, and have a good one.